June is Alzheimer's and Brain Awareness Month. It's a time to recognize and take charge of your brain health and join in the fight to end Alzheimer's and other kinds of dementia.
Yeah, according now to the Alzheimer's Association, nearly 80,000 Oregonians live with the disease, with more than 170,000 caring for them. Joining us now to go over the impacts of Alzheimer's and ways to promote better brain health, we have Hudson Tyler, the Marketing and Communications Manager with the Alzheimer's Association of Oregon and Southwest Washington. Appreciate your time this morning.
Yeah, good morning. Thank you so much for having me today.
Yeah, glad you were able to make it. Okay, let's just set the table here. What's important to know about Alzheimer's, because it obviously affects people in many different ways?
Absolutely. Yeah, and I think what I'm going to say this morning might be a little bit surprising to people, because usually, when we talk about Alzheimer's and dementia, you can feel the temperature in a room drop. Everybody knows somebody or has some connection to this disease. And yet what I want to say today is that we have a lot of hope and a lot of optimism for where we are in terms of research right now.
Yeah.
That's great.
So over the last handful of years, we've actually seen significant advances in research that are bringing us real treatments. And as those things progress, I'm very optimistic about where we're going to be. So that's a really important thing to know, and that now is the time to be aware and get involved in this cause.
Well, I think the first response for some people is to think like, gosh, I don't want to know, right? But there are some ways to really be proactive, to take control of your health, to know your risk factors. What do you want people to know to have that proactive approach?
Absolutely. So one thing that people may not be aware of is that research has started to show that Alzheimer's begins long before you see progression and symptoms. So that could be up to 20 years.
Wow.
And so what that means is that we really need to focus on how we're living our lives today, the ways that we're taking care of our brain and our body, because those things may actually have a significant preventative impact and help us protect our cognitive health.
What kinds of things are we talking about? Diet. I mean, we have some video now talking about exercise. I know there are some new drugs that have been, out and about. What are these preventative measures here?
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, so there is a huge connection between brain health and heart health. And so the better you're taking care of your heart, we're talking about exercise, we're talking about diet, we're talking about socialization, we're talking about, engaging in activities that, that keep you active and motivated. These are all the things that can help kind of not only enhance your life, but are also going to potentially have that preventative impact on your risk.
And then in terms of treatment, if you do find yourself or your loved ones facing a diagnosis, you mentioned there are, new drugs in the pipeline, a lot of new research that has been taking place.
Absolutely. And this is, we're still at a point where these things are kind of in the initial phases and they're coming out. But folks may have heard recently that the FDA had called in an advisory council that unanimously saw the benefits of a recent drug that is up for FDA approval. And so this is a significant reduction in cognitive decline and functional decline for folks in the early stages of memory loss, including mild cognitive impairment. So that's huge. And so as these drugs get better, and as we further develop the research, I am very optimistic that we are at a point where we are going to start seeing significant treatment that can potentially eliminate the kind of the impact that this disease has on so many families. And for the first time ever, I'm personally optimistic that we're going to see a cure in our lifetime.
That's amazing to hear. That's amazing to hear. Well, one of the things that you are doing to raise awareness and to fight this fight is the Walk to End Alzheimer's. When is the Walk to End Alzheimer's happening?
Absolutely. Yeah, so Walk to End Alzheimer's is a nationwide and global community-based event. And so anywhere that you are, there's going to be a Walk to End Alzheimer's near you. Here in the Portland metro area, we've got our Walk to End Alzheimer's in about mid-October. And so I highly encourage anybody who wants to get involved, if you care about this cause, alz.org/walk. And you can find your walk and get connected to a community that is helping to helping to fight this disease.
Yeah, it's a great way to show support not only for patients who are facing an Alzheimer's diagnosis, but also for all of those caretakers that we mentioned off the top. There are so many families and people impacted because they're caring for someone who is facing Alzheimer's or dementia. And that's another thing that that your association can do is help provide resources. So where can folks go to learn more if this is something they're dealing with?
Absolutely. Yeah, so one of the biggest challenges, right, is let's say that you or a loved one or somebody that you know has just received a diagnosis, or is at risk. The question becomes, what do you do? Where do you start?
Yeah.
We have kind of a lack of care navigation and resources that make it really easy to know where you want to go. And so one thing that I think is really critical that I want folks to be aware of is that the Alzheimer's Association has a 24/7 helpline. You can call that helpline at 1-800-272-3900 day or night and be connected with a master's level clinician who can help walk you through where you are, help talk you through what's going on, and help connect you to local resources and get you involved in things that can support you through this.
Wow, huge resource there. Hudson, really appreciate the time to talk about this here this morning. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Thank you so much.
Of course. And again, to learn more about Alzheimer's and to register for an upcoming walk to end Alzheimer's later this year, go to alz.org.